Hey, Coach. So, obviously, on Saturday, disappointing loss for you guys, but a lot of praise for the tight end group, especially Shimon, for the way he was blocking and really making that statement in the second half in the run game. What do you make of that emphasis? I know you guys emphasize that a lot in practice.
Well, that's our identity. We talk about it all the time. In fact, I told Shimon I was proud of him. I saw an interview with him yesterday, and he talked about his focus was to impact the game without the ball. And that's the thing with our position. We're asked to do so many different things. If you get hung up on touches, stats, things like that, it can take you away from the stuff that really makes an impact on every snap. And so we just talk about our violent details with our hands, eyes, and feet. We want to be a physical presence in the run game and protection on the perimeter. And I thought Shimon did a phenomenal job, and Harpole and Kamari Anderson. They brought it all game long. And I think, the second half, we said, hey, let's rely on our run game. Let's get after these guys. And the O-line and our tight end room, I thought, responded. The backs ran hard. And I think I think we kind of found ourselves a little bit in the second half of who we are, what our identity is. And it was great to see the tight ends be a big part of that.
But what do you make of that identity now of kind of re-emphasizing the run game again? Obviously with Scat gone, it was where's the offense focal point going to go through? The run game obviously did a great job second half of really dominating. How has that kind of been a shift for you guys on offense since getting back from Mississippi State?
Yeah, I think it unlocks this offense. The stuff that Coach Arroyo likes to get into, the stuff that makes Sam so special is, this offense is built around a power run game and running the ball efficiently and effectively on early downs. And so I think showing ourselves that, hey, listen, we love Scat, right? I mean, phenomenal player, but that the run game that we had is about us as a unit, as a team, our O-line, our tight ends, our backs. We have the utmost belief in Sip and in Leak and in Kanye. Those guys get after it, even some of the young guys. So we believe, and I think it's just showing ourselves again that we can run the ball at a high level like we did last year, and that unlocks everything else. So it was good for us to see that and know that we can hang our hat on that, and it just softens everything else up, and it makes Sam's life a lot easier.
Obviously, a lot of. Go ahead.
I know Sam has been throwing the ball to a lot of running backs, Jordan Tyson as well. How ready are the tight ends to have a breakout game like the running backs?
We're ready to go. You call our number, they're going to be in the right place, they're going to do the right thing, and they're going to be ready to execute. So, like I said, we don't get too hung up on that. And that's not how we judge our success based on touches or targets or things like that. Obviously, they want to make an impact with the ball, and they want to make some plays, and they've been working hard. And it's just sometimes the ball finds you, sometimes it doesn't. I told the guys, the minute you start worrying about getting the ball or not, then it does find you and you're not ready because your head's not in the right place. So just keep coming out, buckling your chin strap, coming off the ball, playing with physicality, and then when the ball finds you, you'll be ready to make a play. And so we're not too worried about that stuff, but I know we've got some dynamic guys that can make an impact, and they're ready to go when the number's called.
After a frustrating offensive first half on Saturday, how has it been getting back here and kind of reestablishing or kind of getting back into the groove of, moving on from the loss and kind of moving on to this?
Yeah, and that's the best thing about football is Saturday night sucked, right? I mean, that hurt. And then you get on the film and you watch the film, and that sucks because you find 4 or 5 plays that could have been the difference. And then Sunday sucks because you come in and you recap it again, and then you watch it Monday, and then after that you watch it with your kids. Then it's on to the next, and you're game planning. You're watching next week, and you got to put that behind you, and you got to move forward, and you got to build on the things you did well. You got to fix the things that you didn't do well. But it's a long season, and not very many teams, if any, go undefeated. And so the best thing you can do is challenge yourself early, go on the road, play a good SEC team that's much improved in a hostile environment, and learn a lot about yourself and figure out where you need to grow and get better, and where you can really hang your hat and build. And so I think that was a great lesson for us. Obviously, you'd like to have lessons in victories, but sometimes the best lessons come in defeat. And I know losses don't define you. It's how you respond to those adversities and those losses. And I feel really good about our guys, the attitude that they came back in on Monday with, the attitude they showed up with yesterday. This was great practice today, good energy, good physicality. So I'm not worried about our guys. We just got to keep growing and getting better.
Can you elaborate on how that energy was looking? Was there anything you noticed from guys, maybe the way they were interacting with each other, with coaching staff, that you saw be a really positive
Our
note?
Juice in the second half was awesome. Those guys, they never backed down. They never hung their heads. They never turned their backs on each other. They rallied together. We had tremendous juice, and it was fun. It was fun to be a part of a team like that. When you're playing with that kind of passion and that kind of juice, that kind of physicality, that's what makes football fun. And so I think our guys got to taste that. And they're oh, this is how we played last year. And we don't talk a lot about last year, but you just remember, man, that was the mentality, and getting back that mentality in the second half, that's what we're just trying to carry over, and I've seen that carry over this week, and that's who we are. That's who we want to be.
How have you seen the growth from Kenny from when you first met him?
Well, I mean, he was 19 years old and just getting started, but I mean, he's even just his time here at Arizona State, you're talking, this is year 3 ever as a head coach. and the things that he manages and balances and juggles, the intensity and enthusiasm that he brings every day, the relationships that he maintains with players and coaches and staff, and how he continues to get better has been very, very impressive. And I think how he's handling adversity, because he's the leader. We go as he goes, you know, and I think he's grown tremendously. You know, obviously came in and he's so smart. Everybody that's been around him knows he knows ball at such a high level. But it's not just ball; it's off the field, it's recruiting, it's relationships, it's marketing, it's people, it's all that stuff. He does such a good job, and he's only getting better, and it's going to be fun. I'm excited to see where he goes and where we go together as he continues to get more experience, because it's crazy to think he's only in year 3 as a head coach.
What are some specific things that he's evolved in as a head coach?
I don't know. I mean, I think he's evolved in every facet. You know, I think understanding when you're used to being in charge of one side of the ball and you're used to having that, and to be able to delegate responsibility and put guys in position and trust them and allow them to do their job and support them and have their back when things don't go the way they're supposed to go, and not overreact and things like that. He's just done such a good job of that. I think it's just awesome to see his growth from year 1 to year 3. So, you know, we could sit here and pick a million different things. I think just overall as a head coach, there's so many things you don't know until you get in what it's going to be, and you don't have experience until you go through it the first time, and then you go through it one time. That's the thing with Kenny, is like he's a quick learner, so he goes through something one time and he evaluates, and then he thinks about how he would do it better the next time, and then he does it better the next time. You know, it doesn't take him 2 or 3 times to figure something out. It takes him one time, and so the more experiences, the more situations, the more things that he goes through, the better he's going to get.
A lot of the narrative for the beginning of the season about the running back room obviously was like a 3-headed monster that potentially was there. And for you with the tight end group, having really 3 guys who are really taking the helm and doing a lot for you, what do you make especially of Harpool as well as Kamari Anderson's growth since spring into now, and how they're kind of affecting the game?
Yeah, I mean, obviously everybody knows Shamon's our returning all-conference guy, and Shamon's the leader of the group, but we felt all along that we had a really talented tight end room, and that's because of Cameron Harpool and because of Kamari Anderson, and those guys have done a great job preparing. All spring and all summer, it was really a 3-man rotation with the ones. I said, you know, really all along, there's not a 3 in the group. It's ones and twos. And we've been in so much 12, we've been in so much 13, that those guys, they're all listed as starters on the depth chart, which, you know, rightfully so. And then don't forget about AJ Ia, who had a fantastic spring and fall camp. You know, he's back up this week, and that's another piece that's a pretty special weapon for us too. So we're excited about our group. They push each other, they challenge each other, they get along so well. There's no bad blood. They're only trying to make each other better, and we can get them on the field in different kind of combinations. And I love my tight end room. It's a great group, not just because the players they are, but more importantly because of the young men they are and how they show up every day to work.